Did it bring up memories? Okay, yes. When I first started writing, when I first decided I'm going to write this book, it was a little cathartic because I thought, wow, I can just, like I was just pouring it all out, just writing and writing in a notebook with a pencil, just writing. So I wasn't thinking about a finished product. I wasn't thinking about editing or grammar, obviously, or anything like that. And as I was writing it, I was laughing in parts, and I was crying in parts. And every single time I read certain parts, I laugh and then I cry. Some of it, when I was a kid, like reading some of that, I kind of chuckle. And some of the experiences Dave and I had in Vietnam are kind of funny, and I laugh when I read those. The parts at the orphanage, now I am going to cry. The parts at the orphanage, first picking up Brody was scary and awkward because there were people there who were they're watching you, and he's my baby, and I felt like he was her baby also. So I kind of felt like a little bit awkward. But once I picked him up, it was such a feeling of completeness that I felt like I was home, like it's done. I'm whole. And knowing, I think I felt watching her, because of course he reached for her because he didn't know who I was. That didn't hurt me at all. What hurt me was watching her when she took him back, sobbing and touching my shoulder and telling him, "This is your mother now," and handing him back to me. That was hard, and thinking about it and writing about us leaving on the bus, where part of me was like, let's just get out of here because he's mine. Let me get him home. I want to strip him down. I want to bathe him. I want to make sure everything's good. I want him to be mine. And then the other half of me watching this woman, feeling like I'm tearing this child away from her, and knowing that she's going to be that night by herself, and probably for the rest of her life thinking about him, looking at pictures we send every year and wondering how he's doing. And so it was sort of bittersweet, and writing it was a little bit bittersweet because it did bring up all those memories. And the other part with Leanne, I feel like I relive so much of that every single day, and little things that happen, and I'll say, I'll think about things that Leanne said to me, knowing that all my people, everybody from my past is with me. I was told I shouldn't cry when I think about them, and sometimes I don't. I mean, I'm happy. I laugh sometimes. I look around me and think, like, I'll bet you if I put my arm out right now, I'll be touching John or my dad or, Aunt Helen or Aunt Mary or somebody. And sometimes it's hard because you just want to be able to touch them. You just want to be able to hug them and have them hold you. And so, reading a lot of that, reading it over, editing it, it brings up a lot of all good memories, but, emotional memories. So yes, it was very hard sometimes.